this podcast, I spoke with a family friend, Josh Mitchell. He's a painter who's had a number of galleries in New York City. He makes non-conceptual, minimalist paintings. He's been making art throughout his whole entire life. Please enjoy whatever you listen to of this dialogue between him, my wife, and I. For you as an artist, how important has networking been? Because you're saying that you like to be alone. I know I like to be alone, and I'm not super good at networking, but I don't know, what for you, where's networking been?
Networking is like, when you go to art school, that's the main thing you go to art school for. They tell you that's what it is. You're here we're going to put you through the ringer. You're going to get a lot of criticism. You're going to have to learn how to take criticism, sort of develop a tough skin, but then also learn how to network, put yourself out there, go to art openings, meet gallerists, connect with the teachers. All those things are little links because especially in art school, through connecting with the professors, they all have links to galleries, and if they recommend you to a gallery, that's a way you get in.
Yeah.
But it also seems kind of old school. I didn't do that. I thought that was the worst advice ever. I'm here to, this is my journey in life. I don't want to bullshit. I don't want to
do all the
business
business side of things.
Artist. Yeah. I already have that in my regular life.
Well, has there been certain individuals along your path that are more business savvy, which you've created symbiotic relationships with, that have been able to do that more kind of for you, or not really?
Yeah, I've definitely, any opportunities I've had is because other people are into networking, and they think that what I'm doing is pretty cool, and they invite me to a show or something, and then they tell me to go out there and network in the evening, and I don't do it, and nothing happens. But but today's a little different, because I got rid of my website, and everything happens through Instagram, and things happen.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of pursuing them. So right now there's a gallery in New York that I think's great. They show fantastic artists, and she's kind of hit me up.
Yeah.
But I'll say yes, but I'm not chasing after it, because ultimately what I've learned is that my friend's really involved in the New York art world. He's a good painter. He doesn't get the opportunity to show a lot, but he's really good. He works with all these artists whose work sell for sometimes $1 million.
Wow.
And they can barely pay the rent because it gets cut by the gallery. You gotta pay for your studio. You gotta jump through so many hoops. It's never a great living.
That makes sense. If there's a younger artist that is more focused on being alone, would you suggest that they focus more on trying to connect with business savvy individuals, or would you have them focus more on just developing their craft more and getting better at art? Which one is more important?
Developing their craft and developing a community. You need to find both. Other people who are kind of working in a similar vein, have a similar idea. I think just like with music, you can create a scene in a way. All artists in the past have always worked in little groups,
Do you think it's important that you have to believe in yourself to create a scene, or do you think just keep doing it and the scene may naturally manifest or come to fruition?
I think you just meet people. If you're just doing what you're doing, people will connect with it.
Yeah.
And it'll happen. It's just like friendships. Art's communication. It's a way of communicating in the world, other than language.
And we have a finite amount of time.
I like all these old paintings from the past that are weird. They're oh my God, you got it, this is so sad and depressing and fucking beautiful, and has nothing to do with a king or a queen or Jesus Christ. And it's just amazing, and it makes me feel good. That guy 300 years ago is my friend. I know he'd be friends. That's who I want to be friends with. Yeah.
So are you saying that art in one way helps us to connect through time with other people that we are not alive at the same time as?
Yeah, kind of. It's a cool,
and it's a way of communicating with each other and influencing. Yeah. That's a good way.
And the way it's done is because you gotta color, you gotta looking, you gotta textures, you gotta being a hermit, for in a visual artist case. you know, music's the same way. People hear music all through the ages, and you find something from way back in the past, and it's just so resonant right now that makes
Yeah.
you feel like, wow, yeah, there's this connection.
Yeah, I agree.
But you got it. The business part is important, but it can be really depressing. So.
Mm-hmm. So you have to manage your own expectations. Is that kind of what you're implicating, or not really?
If you're gonna take it on, you got to be smart and savvy and kind of tough.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the reward is. I know a lot of people, they like do it for a while and then
They give up, or
sometimes it makes them want to like quit doing art.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just like a lot of people when they're having interest, like
Entrepreneurs or business people that are trying to start their own company. You mean?
I mean, like everything when you like, for example, you're enjoying doing art,
Yeah.
and once you make it like to a like related
A
to
job.
capitalism or
Yeah.
a job or something, and then everything you start to
You lose your passion.
Yeah.
What happens is if you have like a big show and you have a certain kind of paintings,
Yeah.
people like that. People get investors. I mean, it's like serious money starts getting thrown at it.
Yeah.
And they want more of the same. They want you to make.
Yeah.
They want you to make more of the same, but they want it in this color. Or they want it in this size for this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And then
they
you
want
get
it
limited.
presented the way they want it,
Yeah.
and you want to like. You're like, I don't like this stuff
Yeah.
anymore. You
Yeah.
know?
You want to move on.
Yeah, that's why
Evolve.
a lot of times like I told you, like if you really maybe want to do art as your job, you might just
Yeah. Because it's
know,
like, is this marketable?
You have to cooperate
Is this going to
with
sell?
a lot of people. The whole corporation. If you're having a strong like thing about this is what I want to, I only want to do, then there's no way you can collaborate with a lot of people. Like it's when you collaborate with people, cooperation. It's like really.
You have to be able to be flexible.
Yeah, you need to be flexible and.
I feel like your art too, since you like people like Peter Max and Gary Panter.
Yeah.
Those people have made great careers illustrating and designing.
Yeah.
So that's a great path.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you're designing or illustrating, you are already collaborating. You're kind of, it's a little bit of you and it's a little bit of everybody else.
Yeah.
And you can carry your own painting or art thing on the side.
Yeah.
And eventually maybe people will be like, oh, I like that better. Quit illustrating.
Yeah. But I think your lifestyle for me is like a perfect, I don't know if the word is, what the word is, but like you've continued to do your job and you've continued to do your art. Yeah. So, you know, you've made some money off of your art, but you've done your job and you've continued to make your art. And I think for me, that's a great reminder that I cannot expect that I'm ever going to make any money off of my art or that I'll ever make a living off of my art. But to continue, like just seeing you, like clearly your art is at a place that's very mature and is influential now and will continue to be influential after your death. And that's just a great reminder for me that if I just keep making art, my art's going to get better and it's going to resonate with some people. It's going to influence some people. And so I got to let go of any expectations about making money or, you know, whatever. It's just I got to keep making the art, and then whatever I have to do to make money is what I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think some people, they're more ambitious. Like, for example, they know, it's like just like Oliver, I need to make music too. That's my career. That's where my passion is. I have to do. I can't do another job. And like music. Like,
Since he was young, he's like, I'm not doing a 9 to 5.
right?
He was like, he's very determined to do whatever he needs
Yeah,
to
and I
do.
believe there are some
Yeah.
artists, like, I just want to be
But-
the commercial, like, kind of artist or something.
Yeah.
And then
For
you
me,
spend a
I
lot of money on that.
struggle. I just want to make the art I want to make.
Yeah, but
And I don't have as much
maybe
motivation
for you, this
or
is the
ambition.
better, like, way
approach.
to
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's going to be nice. I'm 57 years old, so I can retire theoretically in a few years.
Nice.
My wife's she's got a good job with Google.
Yeah.
So we should be able to make it. And then I'm just looking forward to like totally doing art. Like, I
Yeah.
can't
That's
wait.
awesome.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Your work is so good. It's so good.
It's just a life path for me. I'm an introvert, you know.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of children just get into drawing or making music, and it's a little place you can go to instead of suicide.
Yeah. And whole turn to killing yourself. To get through your own hardships of life and your own
Yeah.
challenges internally, externally.
And it's taken a long time. Like I feel like when I was in high school, I thought I was like such a good artist and my art was terrible. It's just copying everybody else, and like learning how to like make it look good, but there's nothing coming from the inside because I didn't have the background to analyze it through philosophy and through all of art history and see what I was really in the mix with, see how good people are.
Yeah.
But
I think that's also...
and I still could be that way, but I finally, like, I've thrown away so much work. I don't care about it at all, but now I've kind of got a body of work that I don't want to throw away. I want to take care of it. And people they seem to like it. People hit me up all the time to buy paintings, and they're small, so they're affordable for them. It just allows me to buy more paint, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you like grow up in here?
Yeah, I grew up here. I've only
Santa
lived
Cruz.
in San Francisco other than here. Yeah.
I see.
Do you find that it's more conducive to artist success by living in a larger city, or not necessarily with the internet age and everything now?
No, I'd be more successful if I lived in New York.
Oh,
I'd
really?
have,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because of just the interactions and the proximity to galleries and the artists and...
the thing that's wrong with Santa Cruz is there's too much fun things to look at. I go surfing every day. Like, that's
distractions.
time.
Yeah.
I'm married. I need to spend time with my wife, and
Obligations, distractions.
it's not even an obligation. Like, I really want to do that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, see? You learned. Thank you. Yeah.
I've heard that you can only do 3 things well in life. Like, you're going to always be juggling 3
Yeah.
things.
So you have
So
to
when
limit
you
it
pile
down.
on the 4th or the 5th, you're having a hard time. So
So you've
happy
got
we
you
met
got
today.
family,
Me
art,
today.
and surfing, right? Or no?
for me, no, it's not even family. It's my wife,
Yeah.
or my job.
Yeah,
Just because
okay.
I have to, and then should be art. But I throw in art and surfing, so it's a lot for her.
One thing that I want to talk about is probably a waste of time, but I've heard in the past from, I think, your brother Shane, that you've actually like gotten rid of surfboards. Was that to try to push surfing out of your life to create more space and time for art? Or is this story wrong? Or
No, it's true. Yeah,
because I've done the same thing with my scooters or whatever. I'm trying to I love riding on my scooter, Razor scooter, whatever, so much. But then I'm having so much fun with that. I don't have time to evolve as an artist. So I actually get rid of it or give it away for free. But then I always come back to it.
Yeah.
You keep coming back to surfing, right? Have you tried to push it out of your life and then you come back to it again?
Yeah, I've quit multiple times over my life.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is because you're letting go of a certain part of your ego too, right? So you got a lot of your identity. You're a young, hot, like, bike rider.
Yeah.
You're so different. He's such a punk, like, when I first met him.
How was now?
When
15 or something, or 13?
Yeah.
Or even younger. Yeah.
You were
Tell
aggressive,
me. Aggressive.
cocky.
She knows I can still get aggressive
Oh,
sometimes.
that's why.
You have such a gentle demeanor. Do you ever get aggressive at all?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
And that's why
Sometimes
after
I get super
he married
aggressive.
me, he started to show more and more that part. I'm like, what?
I try to hide it all, but
Now
it's still
I
deep inside of my
know.
heart.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I don't think she likes it. I don't think anyone likes my aggression, including myself. Like, once it comes out, then I just regret whatever I say or do. Just make a fool of myself.
That all makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're saying the surfing has been a part of just getting exercise, getting out there, just for your own health and well-being.
The
And it's just
reason why I
like,
do it now is because just like you said, if I just do art, I get really in my head. It's
Me
very
too.
cerebral.
Yeah.
And
you can
I
kind of go
feel
crazy.
unwell.
It's just
Yeah,
you and
I'm
your
like,
mind.
The world is terrible. Like, it's,
Yeah.
I'm like, I always know it's beautiful, but like overall you just weigh out like
Yeah.
how shitty humans are to each other and
Yeah.
how shitty we've been to each other, like through our whole history.
Yeah.
Like, why do I even want to give you guys anything? Like,
Yeah. And then going back to suicide, but art is helping you to make your life meaningful and while you're alive.
yeah, and then surfing will kind of get me out of like being a human. I'm just a body trying to do something. It's just getting in the flow state, like cooking,
Yeah.
anything that you enjoy.
So I agree about those three. You can only do 3 things well, but then I feel like with your surfing or whatever, or like my scootering, there's always these things where we like we may try to push them out of our life, but then we like go back to them naturally because there's some kind of benefit or function that they have to help us, I don't know, experience equilibrium or balance in our lives.
Well, in my dream world, I would have nature, I'd have my wife, and I'd have art.
Yeah.
And
that's why
I
you guys relate so much. But that's what he wants too.
Has that been a conflict? Because like I feel like my mind is very idealistic, and I always have like the dream world inside of my imagination, and then there's the reality. Like, has that created a certain level of friction that like the dream world is never fully aligned with the real world? Or is that like, why do you think is the function of the dream world? Is just to give us hope, or what?
I don't know. I just am glad it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just reading this in a book the other day that like the character really noticed that dreams are like the best gift in life. Like, it's so cool that we have both our dreams in our sleep and our daydreams. Like,
Yeah.
it's a pleasant experience, even if it doesn't match up with reality.
Thank you for listening to the Blue Keyboard Podcast. Please have a nice